Hello my lovelies, this is Maja broadcasting out the UK, and I'm going to feature today a new razor thanks to Michael. He sent me this and look at the picture. It was wrapped up absolutely beautiful, comes with its own little pouch, actually case, a zipper case for protection, and it came in a lovely golden bubble wrap envelope. And it looked absolutely beautiful when it arrived. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about the ladies' razor from Ernest James, and it's called Longshanks. I don't know, can you read that? I'm not sure you can actually read that, but that's the Longshanks. Okay, from Ernest James. It has a very long handle, which is absolutely fantastic for ladies. This is in total 4 inches, and the handle is 9 and a bit centimeters. So here we go. It's a 3-piece. So let me just put that to the side and show you the handle up close. It's got super knurling here so that it's nice and grippy, and also down the bottom. And I think you most probably can get a stand for it as well, because it has a hole in the bottom so that you can actually stand it. I haven't seen on the website whether there is one or not, but that might be an option. The handle is, hold it against my hand, you can see it as that it has a lovely length to it. It is on the thinner side, but that is okay too. So let me put in the blade that I'm using today, and that is the Gillette Silver Blue on its first use, and it comes double wrapped. The razor itself has actually quite a heavy head. The handle itself is not heavy, but the head is nice and heavy. And it's a safety razor with same blade gap on each side. And I'm not sure what the blade gap is, but I am guessing it will be a DE89. And if it's a DE89, well, that will then be around 0.76 millimeters. So here we go. That's what it looks like. It has got a slight overhang. There you can see now the slight overhang on both sides. So be aware of that. And it just looks lovely, and it feels lovely in the hand. So that's the razor I am using. The soap I am using today is, let's just keep it English, is Taylor of Old Bond Street, and it's the number 50. And it's a sample, and I've taken most of it out already. The brush that I am using is a Cyrll and Salter Pure Badger, and this has been used, I think I've only used this twice, so it might hair a little bit, and it's not to its full bloom. I've had it soaking for a while. I think I left it in actually quite longer than I normally do, about half an hour, so that I can get quite a good bloom on this, and it will then start to really fluff out nicely. So we're staying in the English, and I've squeezed it out, and I'm just taking that little bit of cream out of here with the brush. Okay, I'm just going to squeeze this and just get in there with the tips and try and get as much out as I can. There you go. Right, so that'll be the end of this soap, which I'm actually a bit sad about. because it is lovely soap. And I have the rest in my Suribatchi scuttle. Yeah, so the Suribatchi scuttle is from Steve Woodhead Ceramics. Right, let's get lathering. And you know the drill. I'll change the camera angle. I have a little bit of water in here, but not too much, because badger brushes, if they're soaked that long, they will have quite a bit of water in them. So let's just lather. This smells so delicious. So TOBS number 50 is one of the more expensive of the TOBS, Tallow of Bond Street. And in here we have bergamot, mandarin, cypress, orange flower, lavender, oceanic, vetiver and amber. Look, isn't that, oh, the scent strength when it comes out the tub is not very strong. It's maybe a 2. Once you start lathering it up, it will go up to a 4, but it normally doesn't hit the 6, even on the face. But it is a lovely complex scent. And look at this beautiful lather it has produced. And the gloss is already nearly there. This is really creamy, quite heavy, like Italian meringue. That's what you're looking for. Maybe you'd want it a bit wetter for shavettes, definitely a lot wetter for shavettes, but for safety razors, this is for me the perfect consistency, and I love it. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? So I'll put this to the side and change the camera angle once more. Here we go. Oops, that was a bit high. Right, let's get my face wet. I have cold water. I have hard water. So, just so that you know, and I haven't measured out the soap today nor the water, but if you want to know, to 1/2 gram of soap, and if it's actually a cream like this, I use maybe up to 1.5 grams, but TOBS you normally don't need it as much, even as a gram, to 7.5 ml of water, which is the same as 1.5 teaspoons. Yes, because I think a teaspoon is 5 ml. Right, let's get going. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? This is still a little bit bristly. The pure badges, the black ones, aren't as soft as the dual band badges, but not as bristly as a boar. So they're sort of in between. I'm just loving the scent. As I said, it is most probably now on the face, it's about a 5. Right, let's get going. First trial of the Ernest James Longshanks. Let's see how it fares. It is quite mild, but I also have a lot of shaving cream thickness to go through. I can hear the blade feedback. I have the Gillette silver blue in, which is a medium blade, medium aggressiveness. This is actually working wonderfully. This razor is performing very well. In fact, I think because it is on the slightly milder side, and I say slightly milder, I think I would most probably even try a Nascette or a Bolzano or a Kai even in this. I'm not a fan of feathers, but also a feather would work well in this, but not for a beginner. If you're a beginner, do not use straight off a Voskhod or feather blade. You could get away with a Nascette, but the other, and a Bolzano, but do not try to use Kai, feather, Voskhod as a beginner. At least get a little bit of technique before you try those blades, because they're not so forgiving. So that's actually done already a very good job. I am amazed. That's just my flannel that fell into the water. Ugh, I ate some of that. That did not taste nice. Okay, now let's go across the grain. Oh, I need to step back and get my towel. Here we go. Right, across the grain. This feels super in the hand. I was worried about the handle being on the thinner side, not what I'm used to. But it feels really good in the hand. And the length of the handle actually adds to the weight of the head, so it makes everything so easy. You don't need any pressure whatsoever. You just need to lay on the spot and pull and just let it glide. You don't have to do anything whatsoever. Yeah. This feels really good. So, third pass. The TOBS soap is actually a keeper. What I will do, I'll be putting that on my wish list as soon as I have a bit more space in my soaps drawer. I will rebuy that one. It is a really classy scent, really in depth, and it releases the aromas as you go. The longer you have it on the skin, the more aroma you get. And I'm super happy with this razor. It feels really good. Doesn't feel irritating at all. Doesn't feel too light. Doesn't feel skimpy. Sometimes I'm worried and I think, oh, is it going to be one of them cheap make skimpy ones? No, but this feels really good. Really good English razor. Right. I don't even think I need actually a pickup. The soap has superb slickness as well. Right, I'm just going to use this once more just to get a final feel of the razor as well. What have I done here? Oh, it's this hair. Here we go. So, but anyone who's watched my other videos knows that I like long-handled razors. I have short handles and medium handles, but the long ones are my favorites. Okay, let's just do, I'll just go across the grain pickup. Makes it really easy. Feels so easy in the hand. You don't get a hand cramp either. Some razors, if the handle is too thin, you get a cramp in your hand trying to hold it and trying to get your technique right. But this is fabulous. This works very well indeed. And it's not expensive, the razor. It's a mid-price razor, currently around the £22. And I'm saying around the £22 because I cannot exactly remember the exact price. But there you go. Let me just wash this then off. Excuse the water noises. I want fresh water so that I can wash the razor off for you. Let's take the blade out in the meantime whilst my face is drying. So, Gillette Silver Blue is mid-range aggressiveness. Is quite smooth, but gives a bit of feedback as well. Let me just put, sorry for knocking this. I just want to wash this off. Super easy washing off this razor. It hasn't clogged. It's got nice wide channels here, so it doesn't clog. And you saw my lather was really thick and creamy, so it had no problems whatsoever with that. It's also washed the handle off, and it washes off easy too. Let's see, I'm just drying it off. Sometimes some razors have a coating on and everything sticks to it like heck, which makes cleaning a tiny bit more involved, because then you need a toothbrush. But this very simple, great cleaning. Just ran it under the water, just dry it off. Okay, let me just do the top cap inside. I'm just drying the top cap off on the inside. There we go. Let's put it together again. Let's screw it back together so that you can have another look at it. Get my lathering bowl out the way. Okay. So there we go. Maybe you can see that a bit better. That's the Ernest James Longshanks. Was that upside down? Yep, I think that was upside down. So Ernest James Longshanks. Very nice razor indeed. Precision holding with the two little knobs down here. So the blade alignment is perfect. There you go. Nice little razor this, and definitely a lady's razor, and also definitely good for beginners and for those that do maybe a bi-daily shave even. As I said, that depends then on the pairing of the blade which works for you best. But this is super safe. I think it works with a mild blade as well as a very sharp blade. I like this razor. It's a very nice razor indeed. So now let's just get on to the finishing. I'm putting on some Aloe balancing toner. Now that my skin is dry, I'll put on a little bit too much. Here we go. Might as well do the whole face now. So that was a nice little surprise. I was worried about the handle, but no, it is a good handle and it worked beneficially to the head, because it just gave the head that little bit more weight. I'm putting on some Aloe lotion. I won't need a lot because the post-shave properties of TOBS are really good. TOBS, by the way, is also a mid-range priced soap. The TOBS number 50 is. You can get cheaper. TOBS soaps depend on what ingredients they have in, but the number 50 and the platinum are on the higher end of the TOBS, but well worth it. If you like classic scents that have a real nice depth to them, that aren't so in your face, then that's the one to get. And I'll finish off today with my Kolschwasser 4711. I think that I'll just finish that off nicely. I enjoyed that thoroughly. I hope you did. Thank you for joining me in my little corner of the internet. And the next video will be on Friday. So I'm already missing you and looking forward to Friday. I hope you are too. See you soon. Bye bye.